Come get your feet.
Like, here we go.
Yo, for real,
4-5.
Yo, I'm like, hold up, man. They had me drinking water and getting ready to go outside and do my Rocky runs and something. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah, man. My ankles was swole up, bro. I ain't get up though either. The whole.
What you mean?
Like when we was every flight we was on, I ain't get up on none of them.
You ain't get up on nothing?
None of them.
I got up on you.
That's a lot of flights. I saw when you got up.
I mean, we know you gonna get up that weekend bladder. You
yeah. Mine bad too, but for some reason when I be on the plane, it'd be like, nope, nope. They ain't going in there. Yeah, man.
Y'all had good seats coming back?
Yeah, it was solid. That was solid.
Coming back.
Yeah,
comfortable.
Me and the Crespos had a whole row.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was happy to be there.
What are you talking about?
You laughing. You don't understand the stress.
I think all of us, man.
You laughing, but you don't understand the stress that was, man. Back. We was happy to be there.
Y'all take some routes, boy. I know that.
Listen,
it
man.
ain't happening next year.
Hey, I tell you what, man. Yo, plane 14. I'm fucking with it.
Yeah.
Amsterdam. I'm fucking with it.
Shout
out to Julian.
Love,
even though, are we live? I got to make sure I shout out.
Yo,
shout out to Julian. I'll give you another one later, too, though.
Yeah, man.
That was his name, right? Julian.
Yeah.
Yo, my man was nice. Yeah. And the little chicken ball, the little fried food. Man, that was the best food we had.
He took our order, cooked, and served us.
Yeah.
Did everything.
Yeah. And he went and got our drinks. He was doing everything. There had to be somebody black back there, though.
Take care of my people. He said, take care of my people.
That was him. I'm sitting there watching him back there doing the stuff on the stove and everything. I'm watching. That was him.
Bruh. And that was a long way from KFC and McDonald's.
Bruh,
he held it down, bro. Bruh, I'm telling you.
That's what's up.
My man's food was, that shit came out, it was like, whoa.
Damn. Grease food wasn't that good?
Man. I ain't shouting out. No place ain't got no black people. Shout out to A-Dan. Yeah.
What's happening? Welcome back. It's your boy Carla Park Sean here with a little paint where it ain't. A little seasoning with some reasoning. We got 3 horsemen up in here. We got a lot to talk about. We're gonna let the people do what they do.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yo, what's good? It's the God Flex, the original Rule Intellect, man. Talk to me nice.
Y'all know what it is, the 18th, man. What's going on?
Oh, man.
Let's get it cracking, because we got a lot to say.
We got a lot to get into today. A whole lot to get into, man. First off, man, Ron, how you feeling, bro? We got a lot of times we like to think everybody's straight once they get out and they back on fit. Nah, I like to keep checking on folks. How you been doing?
I'm good, though. I'm good. You know, strength coming back, weight getting back up there.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay.
Looking good, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You looking good, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got that. What's that? That's that lilac?
You know what I'm saying?
What's that, lilac?
Sometimes you gotta step out there, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta step out there. You can't,
crazy.
You can't just keep it regular sometimes.
Yeah.
You gotta separate yourself from everybody.
Hey, B, we gotta get him.
I don't want to talk about it. We gonna move along.
Oh, man, I forgot to bring his stuff. Oh.
I don't want to talk about it. We're going to move along. I said, it's okay.
It was in the car, too, and I took it out the car.
It's been in the car for like a month.
It was in the car the whole time.
It was my fault the first time.
I pulled it out the car. I was like, I don't want to, like, I was parking. I was like, I don't want to leave this stuff in the car.
I feel you.
It was my fault the first time when I bounced.
You got about a week. You got about a week before, that season be over.
It's all right, though. But,
I take care of you, bro. I got you.
I know you appreciate you, man. I appreciate that. I just wanted to wear my Braves shirt. We fighting right now, man. I'm gonna tell you, we fighting for first place.
Who in first place?
The Mets are, man. I see the colors you walk in here with. I almost slammed the door in your face, but
I would have been okay with that.
But we in the series right now. They up 2-1 right now, man. It's all love, though. I'm keep supporting
man.
That.
It's another game tonight, man. We see how it go.
Yes, indeed, man. Let's get into it. Let's talk about this Brittany Griner case. The verdict that came out. Brittany Griner got 9 years. And everybody got something to say about it.
Including us.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Include us.
Who want to start it off?
Flex.
So, check it. I appreciate it. I kind of have mixed feelings on the whole Brittany Griner thing. First of all, she's definitely a political prisoner more than anything. I saw that she had 0.07 grams of hash oil, I believe it was, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And she got 9 years. but there was a young lady, a white lady, who had
16,
17 or something like that. It was something like that.
Yeah.
And she got 2 months, 15,000 rubles, which is Russia's currency, if you don't know that. And
she was out of there.
yeah, she was out. It might have been something else attached to that, but it was all minor stuff. So you telling me she had like 10
times more.
The amount of what Brittany Griner had, you know what I mean? And Brittany Griner got 9 years. So I think that's terrible. It's a lot that goes into this. A lot of people are talking about this not because of the fact that I don't want to say this. A lot of people are talking about this because it's like LGBTQIA is women's basketball. It's if this was LeBron, like a lot of people have other reasons why they're talking about this, and the reality of it is this is Russia flexing their muscle against the United States, and that's something that I definitely don't approve of.
Don't forget that they rule because they had laws. Well, they law is 0.6, so she was
0.1 over.
0.1 over.
1 over.
Right,
So-
right. So like
But
it was
even-
a smuggling thing.
Yeah,
That they
yeah,
called
like that.
it.
It gets deep after you get over the 6. Like they just gave a
But they just the chick with 17 grams only had 2 months and 15,000 rubles.
She ain't nobody.
No, I don't.
Like that part is
Yeah, like I said, this is a
important. People
political.
to-
This is a
yeah.
political
Exactly.
move.
Yeah.
9 years is extremely excessive, but it's so hard for me with certain things. Even though I empathize with Brittany Griner in this, but it's so hard for me still because like I grew up in an era where everybody was getting locked up for whether it was drug abuse or
Right.
holding jums or
They
like,
still in
and
there.
they're still in there.
They're still in there.
They still in there.
And the
like
government making money
and
off
stuff
of
is-
them right now.
Here they still in.
That's
there.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I ain't
here.
talking about over there.
Yeah,
I'm
here
talking
they
about
still
here.
in there. Absolutely.
Like so, it's a little tough for me to like listen to people complain about it when they don't have nothing to say about. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Lil Bobby who been locked up for 12 years
injustice
because he
is
had
here.
50 pounds.
Absolutely.
Like and now weed is legal, and you still ain't went back and gave them no
He's
type
still
of
in there.
reparations on what's going on there with their sentences. So that's just tough for me.
Right.
Russia. I just read June 25th. They locked up somebody 14 years for marijuana. A teacher tried to. I think Marcy Fogel. I think his name is Mark Fogel or something like
Good
that.
looking.
They locked him up 14 years. He was trying to take marijuana over there. I don't know what was on his mind. 14 years. Let's go back to 94. Yeah, 94. Young man goes to Singapore. He wants to write on shit.
Right.
They whooped his ass. They
Yeah,
said
I
y'all can,
remember
they said y'all can
caned
have him back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Caned him.
Literally.
Y'all can have
they
him back,
caned him.
but we gonna whoop his ass first. You know,
Yeah.
Clinton got involved, but they told Clinton like you can't.
You
You don't run this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we either hit him. So they negotiated was they either hit him 6 times or hit him 4 times. But they was going to hit him.
Right.
They whooped his ass. They sent him home. That's how they laws are over there. You know what I'm saying? One thing I don't like to see, because it would. It's weird to me to hear people say if they was white, if they was all this, if they was Beyonce, if they was
It was
LeBron.
LeBron, yeah.
Like, my thing is this. Being black, period. You know the laws ain't even meant for you. No,
Right.
And then being an American in a place with
don't
everything
like
that's
us.
going on. It ain't like this her first time being in Russia.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She been going to Russia for like
Since she
6,
been in
7 years.
in a row.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So the laws is already been there. It ain't like they just implement them when they got hurt.
Can I ask
You know
you a
what I'm saying?
question?
Go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead. No,
I
go ahead. Go
apologize.
ahead. Go ahead.
The question I want to ask is, do we blame this on the fact that women's basketball is not as popular as people would like it to be, and that women don't make as much? Is this a salary disparity issue?
Absolutely.
Because that's what you're I'm hearing that. Maybe you guys haven't.
I don't
But
think so.
I have heard people saying that Brittany Griner would have never been in Russia had she been paid properly by the WNBA, which is like, I understand the opinion,
That's a reach.
but I agree.
That's a reach.
But you got to realize what people are saying is that women don't make enough money as they play basketball. But women's basketball isn't popular.
I mean, like, what?
Is it?
This is my question,
It's
and
not.
I'm all for them getting more money.
We had that. Yeah, we had a.
Yeah, we had that on
conversation.
this show many times. But what are you gonna pay somebody whose job, which is to entertain whatever, doesn't bring in that kind of money?
Right.
Like, are we gonna overpay just so you don't have to go over there?
Yeah, do it for the men.
You know what I'm saying?
You overpay men every day.
They bring in a lot of money.
They do. It does.
They bring in a lot of money.
But we do. We definitely overpay
Like,
male athletes.
every sport is a sport.
Wait.
Everybody's.
I don't want to. Wait. Because let me bring that back.
Yeah,
Because we actually underpay them when you look at what they bring in.
for what they bring in, absolutely.
Right. But I mean, like, they are paid to play games, and I understand that.
It's
but
math in that.
Yeah, but with females, and females will have a problem with Brittany Griner not being paid, but they ain't never been to the game either.
Right.
And that's
Right.
the thing. Like,
That's-
and before we get off if she right or wrong in this situation, what is it for? Before we get off that, women's sports. Like, I put a post up. It was like, if they shut down every women's sport, would it matter? Because the only ones that really generate a crowd, we ain't even say money, is tennis. And soccer. Somebody tried to bring up swimming and track, and I'm just like, relax.
I think golf brings a little money in too for women. You don't think so?
Nah.
Golf, like, female
What's
golf
the lady
is out
name?
there.
Chu? She been winning for what?
but you know her name.
I know her
You
because
know her name,
when I'm
though.
flicking, I'll be like, damn,
But
she
you,
winning again.
when you start saying swimming, and I don't know.
Like, you know,
I
like,
don't
even
I don't know their
like,
names.
and I'm not disrespecting none of these sports. Let's keep it 100 though. Even with track, we didn't like track. Always the Olympic track's always been
Big.
what we watch,
Yeah.
or the
World Cup.
yeah, the World
like,
Cup.
Yeah, like the big stuff.
You ain't watching track on a Saturday. You just sitting at the crib unless you was a track
you were in
athlete.
track. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we didn't really get into that till a couple years ago with the chick with the nails. Excuse me, the young lady with the nails was getting her ass beat. That's when, you know, they got a little heat.
It's always like a little
clout.
buzz.
It got a
Yeah.
little clout, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But after that,
behind it.
Nobody else watching again.
you see what I'm saying?
I agree.
So it's like, let's be honest when it come to like the reach they was trying to, that you said, if he was making this money, you're not gonna make that money when you don't bring in that. Nobody's getting drugs on consignment and get to keep the whole money.
That ain't what I heard.
Okay,
that ain't what I heard.
That's not reality
I heard-
nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
I heard they ain't had to
Yeah.
put down nothing, and they ain't had to
like,
pay
that's-
back. But with the drugs
that's
cost, I
not-
heard that.
That's not happening
right here in the ACL.
anywhere. So let's just keep it 100 on that. But back to the root. If she wasn't even a basketball player, it was me. Let's say it was me. Do I make the news?
Nope.
Yes.
Nah.
Yeah. You know why?
Why?
Because at this point you're a political prisoner. So you would make the news, but you would be a blip.
It wouldn't be a ticker though.
Yeah.
I don't even think it'd be a ticker.
I don't think it'll be one of the things. It's either a ticker or something that they mention because of what happened. Because 9 years for Hatchway is a lot, or whatever it was. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
So they have to actually say something. But I think the bigger thing that they were really trying to talk about, and it's no disrespect to Brittany Griner, is that the fact that they're going to let this Russian arms dealer go. That's who they're going to swap for him. So Russia's playing chess.
Literally.
Yo,
Right?
and I was such, I'm such a conspiracy thinker. You know what I'm saying? Okay, since this guy been in office,
Who?
he ain't had his
You
war.
talking about Biden?
Yeah, he hasn't had his war because all of them get a war. He ain't had his.
Obama ain't had no war.
You know what he did though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway, y'all trying to get this bitch shut down. Y'all keep playing with me. He didn't get a war. Trump got
Trump and Putin
the
was
virus.
cool.
You know what I'm saying?
He got a pandemic.
He got
so
that.
you saying something major?
It's got to be something.
It's got like you see they
Trump
just
kind of drastic.
look. She got 9 years. The same day she got 9 years. They killed somebody. They killed the Al Qaeda.
Number 2 cat from Al Qaeda.
Al Qaeda. Same day.
Yazir. I forget his name.
Drone,
Something Yazir.
drone strike. Got him the same day.
Bladed him up in front of his family. They didn't even hit nobody else.
Gas went down a little bit. Like, come on, man. Like, everybody, they all gotta have something, man. I'm just one to believe that. Obama didn't have a war.
He did find Osama though.
Yeah, he did.
He found Bin Laden.
But what else did he do? Who did he give
Oh, man, he gave LGBTQIA.
Come on, I mean, you see,
and he gave y'all
like,
universal health care.
Like-
You're not going to disrespect Obama and them.
Okay, and no. So what you? We do that later. We about to do that right now. But I'm just saying, like the way I look at it, they all get something. Will she be his
Here's
Lil
something.
Wayne? His Lil Wayne. His what's the other little dude name? Kodak Black. Because you know Trump. You know I seen black people talking about he let them out. Y'all didn't see the chess move with that shit. I don't understand what y'all was looking at.
Right.
But will she be his? I helped you people. If y'all didn't vote for me, y'all ain't black anyway. So
Y'all think they're going to go get her?
Yeah, I think it's definitely like y'all. Everything
4
y'all
years.
said. Everything.
No,
nah.
come
She
on,
finna
man.
come home.
4
I'm gonna
years,
tell you
bro.
why she finna come home. Like I said, old boy been locked up for 10 years over here already. So the Russians already said, look, we got something that y'all want.
Y'all got
Because of
something
who
we want.
and y'all got, and we got something. So now you notice they didn't say nothing until, and we spoke about it. When I said they finna play
You
games.
said that. You said
And
that.
sure enough, as soon as she got sentenced, they said, okay, we can sit down and talk about a trade for prisoners.
I say 2 to 4. He gotta wait till the numbers is like he's not gonna win.
He can't wait 2 to 4.
He ain't going.
He put 9 on her to put pressure on the states.
That's what it was.
2 to 4 is 9 months, nigga. And she been in there for 7.
Trying to tell
She
you,
been
dog.
in
She
there.
finna come
Hell
home before
no.
the year is out.
I
She'll
agree.
be home before
I
the year
agree.
is out.
Win election.
I agree.
She
The
will be
election ain't
home
for 2
before the-
years.
Okay.
Yeah. She'll be home before the year's out.
If she sit that long, man, you close the WNBA. They got up stars for her to take
I'm
that.
just saying,
And I
bro.
love the WNBA
I do
women,
too.
but ain't nobody watching it.
I'm
We
just-
need somebody who dunking, and she dunking.
That's
Duncan.
See, y'all,
Terrible. I'm sorry,
we'll
man.
come back to the
I
table, man.
apologize for that, man.
We're gonna come back to the table in 2 years.
Of course, we're gonna keep talking about it because it keep coming
It's
up.
an open topic.
It
Yeah,
keep
it's an open
coming up.
topic.
Yeah, and I also feel
He got to use it for something, bro.
Chestnut checkers, man.
Man.
You know, I say it
she'll
all
be
the time.
back before the end. Of
I'm
the
with
year.
you, Sean.
You say come on for Christmas?
She gonna be home.
She'll be
definitely,
home for Christmas.
She'll be home. Then they said she cool with the guards and stuff, so
Okay.
she'll be home.
They know them people know they doing them people dirty.
Right.
She cool with the girl. I know she is.
What she gonna do?
She probably bigger than everybody in
She
the
was.
prison.
You ain't
Probably.
She was
That's
coming
an
downstairs,
understatement. You saw how
She
she
had that
looked.
look.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, look at her.
Yeah, nah.
That dude was probably that dude was probably 6 foot. I'm talking about look at that little dude, but she's so tall. You know what I'm saying?
I think my issue with the whole thing is that everybody is upset because everybody done aside and say that, oh, they need to hurry up and go get her and this and that. I see a lot of videos, people fussing at other people that feel like, well, hey, that's the law. She got locked up and all of this. The way that I look at it is you're in Russia. Russia and America has never had
Greatest relationship.
Yeah,
Greatest
right. Y'all seen
relationship.
Rocky 4?
I'm an athlete. I'm a star. I'm a huge name. I'm black, and I'm in Russia. You have to be more aware of where you are and what you're doing, especially when you're traveling abroad. And I think that's what a lot of Americans would get comfortable because the capitalist system that we have, where you can pay for everything and you get paid and you get off some kind of way. But when you leave these lines, that shit don't matter. And I think she forgot that. She got comfortable. And the thing that bothers me is that it's so much, yes, she needs to be here. Yes, it's a political move. But as we said earlier, look at these people that's still locked up for weed. That's here in your own state.
That's the door it's gonna open.
Right. And the government is making money off of weed right now, but you still got people locked up that done did 15, 20 years for
something that's legal
weed,
now.
for something that's legal.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody fighting, ain't nobody making no name for these people. But because she is who she is, we got to go over here and we got to get her and this and that. Yes, it's wrong, but let's focus.
Though.
Yeah.
Let me say something real quick. The people that are in jail currently for weed charges, America doesn't see them as valuable.
Right, they're not assets.
They're not assets because how are they going to make me money?
Right.
And number two, the thing that we always forget as black people, especially black people, man, when we get money, as the great philosopher said, Kanye West, even if you in a bench, you're still a nigga.
Still a nigga.
In a coupe.
Word.
Huh.
So
that's the part that I think we forget sometimes. Like you know, we just came off trip. We just came off vacation.
Right.
About, you know, and like the folks gonna treat you like a nigga.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that way,
But that's real.
but it happens. And we can never forget how maybe we're viewed worldly.
Right.
To make, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? So that you know, that's a tough. Excuse me. That's a tough thing.
Yeah.
Kick myself.
Yeah. So we ain't gonna keep beating that. I'm sure it'll come back up again, but I say she'll be home before Christmas.
You
I
said
wish y'all
Christmas,
on that.
Christmas?
What you got?
So y'all 2 years, man.
Free Brittany, man. Let's get Brittany home. Let's not get it twisted.
Free Mazda.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Brittany, we pulling for you though. Real
Yeah,
talk.
we are. We are.
What
We
up,
pulling.
top?
Come home, mama. Come home. We need you.
Moving on. Finally, the FBI has indicted the Breonna Taylor officers. 2 of them was already fired for some other, or retired or left, whatever. They were still alive, and they had 2 still working.
Pending.
Yeah, pending. So FBI finally indicted these guys 2 years later.
That came out the same day too.
It was the same day.
Yeah, on the same day too.
So, what's y'all thoughts on that?
Let's see what they get. To me, it's all about what they get. She gone. You know what I'm saying? Don't indict them, and next thing you know, they get.
2 years.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I hold my thoughts on that. I guess they, you know, it's still popular to be black out here, so they got to make sure they cross all the I's and T's.
How I feel about that is, I kind of feel the same way. You know, as black people, we don't always feel like that justice is a two-way street. Justice is, when black people do something, we gonna jump on it. But when other people do something that's, you know, maybe it's mental health or maybe it's a situation, like we start looking at all the other factors, and us as black people will look at all the other factors along with what white people, because we are assimilating to how they feel about the situation.
Right.
This like, for me, I guess this is a little open and shut. Like, white America, this is your time to actually stand up and say, hey, this was fucked up. You know, like we've been saying Breonna Taylor's name for a minute, and she's been, this situation, especially her, has deserved some type of justice. At the point that they were arresting officers for shooting holes in the wall that went through into other people, like, and not shooting her.
Yeah.
And now you found out that they lied. Like,
Oh man, it's crazy.
yeah, like the reports is coming out, and this is stuff that's like, let's be real, man.
Y'all should have been had this shit done.
This y'all cover up
This
stuff that's coming
yeah.
out now.
Just
The
open and
FBI
shut.
has found some cover up stuff, and not only should the people who went in there and killed Breonna Taylor be sentenced, but like I feel like everybody who's like a part of the cover up,
Absolutely.
you deserve some time
caught
too.
up too.
RICO charges. I believe in RICO now. If you got RICO for the people in my community, I think you got a RICO for white supremacy and cops injusticely killing black folks, and I just feel like it should apply across the board, because you apply rules on us that don't necessarily, harshly, and they're not applied the same across the board, which is the same thing we talk about Breonna Taylor. Like we said, it was like there's a lady who had 15, 16 times the amount of stuff that she had, and she got 2 months, and now you get 9 years. This
You
is
mean
what
Griner. You said Taylor.
I did. I said
Taylor,
yeah. Brittany Griner.
Yeah.
My apologies, but this is where we are in America. This is the white privilege that you say doesn't exist.
All in your face.
This is it.
All
And this
in
is
your
what
face.
we are fighting against. No. This is the mentality that we have to deal with every day.
Every day. It's a part of life. Would you all be satisfied if it was handled the way that the judge handled the Arbery case?
What you mean? What aspect of that?
The aspect
Where
of
he just said, nah, that ain't enough.
Yeah, he was like, and then when they was trying to stop all the black people from coming into the courtroom, he was like, nah, we letting everybody in. And when he sent out them charges, he wasn't playing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
He was just straight up like, nah, we not doing this.
Can I ask her a question? When have they ever cut us that type of leniency? I want them to persecute them the way they persecute us.
Right.
That's real.
Right.
To be honest with you, as a tax-paying American citizen, I want to see justice promoted equally.
I agree.
Even though I honestly, I don't feel like that can ever happen. You know what I mean? Like my man, Simba he did a freestyle. Shout out to my man Simba, because that freestyle was crazy. But he was like, it's different when your father went to went to school with your honor, and that is real.
Right.
They have connections that we don't have. We have with each other, but we are not in the system.
Like we ain't got enough seats.
You know what I mean?
We ain't got a table.
Yeah, like
Right.
at this point, man, we need to. Hey man, if y'all ever pick up a final call, it tell y'all about separation. man.
Instead of rolling your windows up on them people, man.
It tell y'all
on
about
my
and
brothers.
I know it sounds crazy,
Yo,
but
stop
when you
rolling your-
really look at it,
check
it's
it
like,
out.
they're never gonna give us a fair shot.
Shout out to Nation too.
Yeah, shout out to Nation always. You know what I mean? But they're never gonna give us these fair shots at equality because they feel like giving us equality actually takes something away from them.
That it's amazing that they feel like that. You see video clips of them talking about, we're losing the minorities are taking over, so we're not gonna have any power.
Watch Fox News. Fox News.
Fox News will tell you
Y'all know
everything
me. I watch.
I look at all of
I
that
watch.
stuff.
Fox News is telling you that
yeah.
so this type of diversity is like our strength and this, that, there, and the third. And what they're saying is white people are not going to be able to run the country eventually.
Right.
And that's why this abortion
That's
thing
why
is
you got
huge.
the Roe versus Wade.
That's why all of this stuff is so
Absolutely.
big for them because they're trying to figure out how do they stop the country from getting darker. And y'all know what I mean when I say darker.
Shout out to Wisconsin too. They had their election on
Kansas.
that. Yeah, Kansas. That's what it was.
Kansas.
Yeah.
Kansas was I think they were the first state.
Yeah, we said we ain't going about it like that.
Kansas voted where they voted against that.
Yeah, they said we're not doing that.
Yeah, I
so
saw
shout
that.
out that they was first.
Okay, y'all brothers be keeping up with stuff.
Got to, man.
Okay.
Got to. You might end up slipping up or something. Got to take a road trip. Like, where you going? Oh, okay.
Kansas.
That's why you got to know.
What you looking for, Mary Poppins? Or you
Jayhawks
looking for?
fan? What you doing?
What you looking for?
Copy that.
I'm glad you said that because I think a lot of the stuff that we see now that's trendy, if you don't already follow news and follow things that's happening in the current events, you're just going to regurgitate what you see come across the screen.
Right.
And not really have a real knowledge about what's going on. I think that's what happens with a lot of I would say,
People,
Brittany
period.
Griner, just in general. So if you don't do your own homework, just shut up and just stand on the sideline.
I ain't gonna
Just be
say
quiet.
that. I just need you to get involved. I ain't gonna tell you to stay on the sideline.
I want you to do your homework because I don't want you out here fighting for something you don't know what you're fighting for, and it could be wrong.
Like I'm kind of in the middle on you too. Like with this, because I definitely understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but
people will be telling you something. You like, that's not how that.
Right,
Yeah.
Right.
wrong.
I saw that same post, and that's not how that.
Right.
And y'all know I tag y'all on stuff, and the stuff that I be tagging y'all in,
but
I actually will go look at before I just
right.
tag.
I always read it
but
too.
for
Yeah.
correction for correction is always something that's needed.
I can give you that.
Yeah, we
give you
can't. I know
But
we all
are
ain't
we
gonna make
able
it.
to
I know
be
we.
courageous?
I know
Two-thirds
we
of
all.
us ain't
Yeah,
gonna make
I know. But we gotta make sure we. But we gotta make sure we can come with at least a good number, man.
Yeah.
We can, I hated you said that.
Two-thirds of us
I
ain't gonna make it.
know.
As Shuki said, the white folks trying to figure out how to combat extinction.
Absolutely, she's absolutely right.
No, but you know what? That's
What they talk about on Fox.
In the words of
That's what
Shuki, that part.
That part.
Huh?
Shoot, that part.
That part.
Talk to me nice.
Right. That part.
For y'all that don't know, that's them Shuki's key sayings.
Man, what?
Oh,
Shout
man.
out to her, man.
Shout
Much
out,
love,
Shuki.
much
Shout
love.
out. Moving along, man. This one gonna be quick. T.O. got Karen.
I saw that. Did you see it?
Yeah. I seen it before you said it to me. I said
It was so funny that she was like,
no, it wasn't nothing about that
black
funny.
man. It was no.
Yeah,
It was
black man approached
a black
you.
man approached me like that was a law
Yo,
that
that-
he broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Are
in her
you
head.
in her? That was the
No,
funny part.
no.
That is sad
Yo, that's
that people really think this.
Let me ask you a question, Sean, because I hear where you going with this.
absolutely.
Do you know not to approach white women like and walk up on them as big as you are? Because I definitely know.
I'm not. I'm not. Hey, look, I get pissed.
Why
I
not?
get pissed
Why
off when
not?
I walk down the parking lot and I see a white lady sitting in her car and you hear the doors locked. You go in the elevator.
Them niggas get it.
What the hell is wrong with you? I don't want nothing
You.
from you. It's just because I'm black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for her to walk around and think that it's against the law for a black man to approach a white woman.
is.
No disrespect what I'm about to say to the family, but Emmett Till
Emmett
wasn't
Till, I was about to say the
that
same
long
shit.
ago. It wasn't that long
Right.
ago.
I was about to say shit. Emmett Till.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long ago.
They got a movie coming out on it.
why? No, you fucked the movie. Oh,
Yeah.
excuse my language.
No, I'm with you on that. See,
Why they ain't went got her after she done made these accusations?
'Cause
Go get her.
They outside
Right.
her house. They outside her house every day.
Why they ain't go get? Why have authorities not went and said, hey man, hey, we still got this thing gear going, and
'Cause they went got.
I don't care how old you are,
They
but
went got
we
Bill
got.
30 years later.
Come
That's
on,
all
man.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that's because Bill's black, and that's what we was talking about. That we talk about how
And that's another example
being black.
of
We got a
you're not
different
getting the same
set of
it's
rules.
not the same.
And I'll even go even
And
further.
I'm
with
not
that.
saying that for acceptance. People need to realize that and move accordingly to things change.
Yeah,
The problem,
us.
the problem with
Right.
us is that, especially some of us that get a little change, we think that things gonna change because we got a little change.
That's how y'all act at the job.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah.
You think I was talking about something? Anyway, man.
No, I'm just making sure
I mean,
that y'all
but-
understand. You say I say yo, because I'm not.
Yeah,
that's
I
not
ain't into that.
included.
Yeah, I ain't into that. Yeah, but you got to understand at the end of the day. Hell, let me put it this way: when last time you heard "Summertime" on the radio, and he hit his own people, but he was liked by them people.
Yeah, they
You ain't
playing
heard
it.
"Summertime" all summer, unless you
Right.
played it on your own.
Right.
Play Summertime, man. Make sure y'all
Yeah,
play that.
everybody
That's one of
play
my favorite
Summertime,
joints.
man.
I was 8th grade when that joint came out.
If you don't know
man.
who y'all talking about, that's Will Smith.
Will, man, I'm rocking
Yeah.
with you, Will.
DJ Jazzy Jam.
Yeah.
Come
Man,
on. Fresh
you know.
Prince. Y'all do that.
That was a
man.
schoolyard fight. We done seen that before.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
But I'm just saying.
To the point you were saying, the difference between, we like to talk about America, even in Germany, they still go and they lock up known Nazis, people that still walk and talk about those things, even the old ones that was
Absolutely.
they still go and get them people with the quickness.
Let me ask you
Here?
a question. Why are we not locking them up here?
America is about money.
Can I ask you a question? Let me be real Pacific with this.
Like the
There
ocean.
you go.
Wide and vast like the ocean.
Okay,
I want to
okay,
include
like the
everybody.
ocean.
I want to include everybody.
Right.
They just went in and got Osama bin Laden's number 2 dude. Right. They caught him on a balcony in Kabul.
Drone kill.
I believe Kabul is in Afghanistan. And they figured out a way to kill him without killing anybody else. But anytime we have a white supremacist here in the country
Can't find him.
that posts on Facebook that says, hey,
This is me.
I'm getting ready to go do this, that, there, and the third.
Right.
Oh, we never knew. We couldn't find it. And then he goes and buys an AR, or he goes and why can we not? How is it that that the greatest country in the world can go find these international terrorists, but domestically the terrorism that is put amongst its own people, unless you're not counting black people as its own people, why is it that we cannot do something better to help protect the people in this country?
You don't have to find who you're on the phone with.
Boom. Can we get a shot?
I'm just saying,
I don't really don't ask for nothing.
You don't.
But that.
You
oh
don't.
my God.
You don't have to find.
I'm not turning in my cousin B.
I believe that,
Right.
man. You don't
Like,
have to
come
find
on.
who you on the phone with
Oh man.
until
this
it's
is tough,
election
man.
time.
Right.
Election time, everybody get caught, man.
Yeah, because they got to prove that they are who they say they are.
Did you just see the PPE threat he put out today?
I didn't.
We can get on that another time. Go ahead.
I
Some of y'all, hey man, hold
yeah,
your head,
We knew that was coming.
hold your head. But
Get your money in
I'm
order.
just saying, man, like just it's been disgusting to me. But y'all want to We Are the World me. Y'all, I'm aggressive. I'm angry black man and all that shit. That's
you are
cool.
aggressive and you are angry black.
It's
man.
cool.
You fit those descriptions.
I'm with it. I ain't arguing it. I just said that's what they said.
I was gonna say, don't make it seem like
I'm just-
people placing something
I'm
on
like,
you.
yeah, I'm saying, I heard that. I mean, but at the same time, man, I'm trying to speak to your soul, man. We lost out here, man. We out here still thinking the laws and shit for the white man is the same laws as for us. We still thinking that shit.
Why? I'm root cause
and I'm gonna be honest, man. Some of us want to be white, man.
It's assimilation, bro. That's what that is.
I'm gonna say how I say it. You can use the word you want to use. Some of us want to be white, man, because they feel it's
Do they want to be white, or do they want to be able
I feel
to
they want
accepted to be white?
I feel
It's
like
a
no. I
difference.
feel like I'm gonna say how I need to say it.
I'm cool with
If
that.
they could change their pigment and everything, they would, because they feel it's an easier way to live.
I disagree.
Dog, you could walk down the street quietly, eat with a hood on, eat your Skittles, and get killed.
I agree.
I ain't heard not one white person that's innocently minding their business get killed like that.
We can find it.
And we probably could, but
Yeah,
you know, we
can
didn't have
It's
to
not
find that one
publicized,
because
though.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. Only reason I say I disagree is because I don't think black people don't want to be black. I think black people want to be accepted in their blackness by white people for not being the black people that they're.
Well, I ain't saying all, but
No. Listen to me.
Yeah,
Like,
there
all the
are
way.
some that
Yeah,
want to be
it's-
white.
Yeah, no, I do. I agree.
Look
I
at
agree.
the Sammy Sosas and them cats, man.
Okay, they want to be white.
I'm,
But I'm not gonna argue that.
I'm just saying,
But
man.
I think the majority of the people, it's not about them necessarily wanting to be. They just want to be accepted. They want white people to say, "Oh man, he's a good guy. He ain't like them niggas."
and
I think that's what it is.
And that's usually what happens when they come up around Herschel Walker.
Herschel Walker, Georgia's own. Herschel Walker.
Herschel
I'm
Walker.
telling y'all
Herschel
now.
Walker, like the fact that he is running for Senate
That he
in
got
Georgia.
this far.
Yo, oh my God.
What you mean? Why he got this far?
No,
That's
how he got
Trump
this far?
boy. That's Trump boy. Period.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with
That's
that.
Trump boy.
But the fact
100%.
that he allows himself to be viewed that way is the thing that I have an issue with. Like,
has no
Where
integrity.
is your yes?
No integrity.
Like where is your pride in your own blackness?
Wait a minute.
It ain't there.
He ain't.
He,
Say something inappropriate. Go ahead.
You gotta have that life, man. He didn't grow up like this. How I look at
I
athletes.
think he
man.
did though.
This how. Let me finish.
He really grew up rough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
until,
but I
until
think
you're
when you-
12. After you're 12, your whole life changed.
No,
I mean 12 as in high school.
Oh no, I
So,
get it.
so after that, things changed.
No, and I do. I absolutely understand. His experience of growing up black is definitely different from ours.
Yeah.
But he didn't grow up in a situation where he grew up in a situation. Hey, boy, you was a good boy, and we gonna boy, and boy, and he grew up in that type of situation.
Right.
But nobody ever stopped him and told him, "As you not doing they boy."
Who to say
Like
that?
I grew up with people around me, some boy. The only reason that bothers me to the point that it does today is because when I was young, people, you're not a boy.
right.
I'm 10 years old and they telling me, you don't let no white man call you boy. It's different. It's about the people that you have raising you.
The things that you should absorb as a youngster. A lot of people think that's nonsense, though. Oh man, I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, I did too.
But what I'm saying, at some point,
But I heard it.
yeah, at some point, you got to it in your mind that you was like, you know what?
This shit is real.
This real.
Yeah.
But if you're a teammate for a long time in your life, a lot of things you tend to, because you so unified with this team, you don't want to do nothing to disturb the team. So you
Right.
take all this
Right.
bullshit
Right.
and you
Right.
and you lose yourself. That's why everybody, when they criticize Kyrie, I cheer for him
Yeah. I feel you on that.
because he gonna disturb whatever he got to.
Even though Kyrie don't always have the best stance,
He
I
don't,
pull for him
but-
too. I'm
Right.
gonna
But
be honest.
He stand on his
Yeah,
10
he stand.
toes.
Yeah,
He
he
stand
stand
on it.
10
And when he
toes
mess
down.
up, he will say, you know what, I
This
was.
wasn't right. Yeah.
Eventually.
Eventually,
still run
he
around
will
talking
come
about the
back.
earth
Some
is
people
flat.
want, he can't.
So
yeah,
certain
that was
things
some more.
I can't rock
Yeah.
with
Some
you
things
with.
I'd be like,
Right.
whoa.
Yeah,
you know?
whoa.
But I appreciate the ability to stand up for what he believes in.
Why are we not teaching our kids that? That's something we learned as kids, right? No?
I don't think that it's taught because a lot of the parents don't know about it.
They care,
Look at us,
care about it. Care
Okay.
about it.
I
Now, they
will-
know.
I'm
they
gonna
know.
let you go, but
Okay, I would say that because in today's society, you ask any teacher what all these kids want to be. I'll just say the boys. They're going to tell you two things:
Rapper.
a rapper or an athlete.
okay.
It's up to the parents. Now, I'm not saying that the kids aren't, influenced by their environment. But it's up to the parents to feed them something else. It's up to the parents to instill something else in them that will say, I'm proud to be black, and I'm going to stand on my integrity of being a black child and young adult and adult as I get older. In that, I have to instill some things that they will not give you in the world. I have to give you books to read, situations, cases, things of that nature in order for you to read. If I never give this to you and I allow the world to bring you up, I failed to instill that integrity in you. So I think that has to happen a lot more, and that's on the parents.
So, the one thing and I do agree with what you said. But I think the one thing that you're forgetting in all of this is every black parent has to teach their child how to survive as a black kid.
Right.
And in doing that, you're going to have to instill that stuff that you can't do what everybody else does. Period. Right?
Right.
So that is a part I feel like is missing from, I don't want to call it your argument, but your side of your perspective. You know what I mean? Like, I think that parents we can't say that these parents aren't, our parents, like, we are the people who are teaching the kids behind us right now. Like, it's our age people. You know what it takes to make it to 44, 45, 46 because you've done it.
Right.
And you understand the processes and the obstacles that you're going to have to make it to this point. So let me. I'm going to finish real quick. So it's hard for me to say that we're not teaching them that because you have to teach them that in order to survive to this point. So you have to have some. You might not have the pride in being black, but you have to have the survival skills in being black. Is what I'm saying.
Agreed.
And you know, in the words of my homeboy, my brother, you know, Colin Park, I'm gonna piggyback off that. But I think we need to teach our kids how to deal with adversity before we even teach them how to make money.
And that was that next point I was going to make.
And the reason I say that is because failure is part of life, and it's a lot of it to be successful, but it's a lot of quit within people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of suicides going up, things like that. And this used to be something we heard about
from other communities.
Yeah, other communities. It was never, but now it's hit our community very hard. Right. You know what I'm saying? And
depression.
I think a lot of things happen because parents don't show their kids failure, and which is not. Back then I would say it was a bad thing, but now that I'm 40, I mean it's a good thing. Now that I'm 44 and I see some of the things my kids go through, and I say maybe I should have showed them the time that
I didn't
have this. You know what I'm saying? And so they realize that. Sometimes you really gotta, put it together and make it happen.
You gotta fall together.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but that dream, man, it just always seemed to get in the way of reality. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because we want the best for our kids and all that, but you got to say out loud in a crowd, you proud to be black. You willing to say it's something in life I'm willing to sacrifice for my blackness. A lot of black people not willing to do that.
True.
That's real.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You have to say that. It's some things that you're not going to be able to achieve at that point.
Right.
What are you? Who do you stand? What you stand for? And this ain't got nothing to do with your parents, your grandparents. No, this got to do with you. Because at a certain age, your parents die. What do you have to live for?
Right.
Because they gone. What you going to do from this point? I was like that, man. I hate to say it like that, but that's real. I ain't no here to get on black people for the day, but hey, man, shit.
That's what we here to do.
You know what I'm saying?
We say
like that's it's just real like that, man.
I think what you just said really sparks the conversation, though. You know what I'm saying? Like at some point, it was a lot of people who laid down for us to be here, right now, on this podcast, Soundproof Hunger Room,
absolutely,
and be able to speak the way we speak.
Right.
What are we willing to lay down for the generation behind us?
Right.
And that's what's important, in my opinion. Like anytime somebody at the gig, black, that I respect, gets a promotion, and I ain't talking about something lateral where we, saying the money's the same. I'm talking about real promotion. The one thing I always tell them is, widen the path and smooth the road for the people who want to come behind you. What are we doing?
Yeah, we getting up there. Right. We want to. Never mind.
You want to assimilate. You get up there.
That's the thing.
I'm talking about the environment.
Yeah, that's the thing. So we really
not for the betterment of us.
No, I'm talking about the other shit they do.
Yeah,
they shit to get them fired.
They do.
The shit to get them fired.
Yeah. And I understand where you're going, but I mean, I think that's the thing that people like. I don't think we as a people anymore are willing to sacrifice for the generation behind us. Like it's a famous soundbite that goes around where it say, and it's been on hip hop records, but it's like, if I got to lose my life today, and I'm paraphrasing, please don't murder me for this. If I got to lose my life today for this young black man here to come behind me and have a better tomorrow, I'm willing to do that now. We don't do that. In my opinion, we don't do that.
I agree with that.
You know?
I think the dissension started when they pulled us black men out of the households in the 80s with the crack epidemic. I think everything at that point became about not just black survival, but I just gotta breathe. I gotta eat. I gotta feed. I gotta do this and that. So when you continue to grow up and you brought up like in white households, their daughters are taught to get married as soon as they leave the house. Half of them don't have their own place.
They don't leave the house really.
That's what I'm saying. They never have their own place. They're taught to get married out of the house.
A lot of them.
Right.
From what I understand, because
whereas our black women have to fight and survive in these streets by themselves as single parents.
Because they're taught to have to
survive.
You're taught to survive. And so that takes away from, let me instill this in somebody else. Because now I got to do it. I got to work 3 jobs. You hear these athletes talk about their mamas having 3 jobs, or, and that's just all they had to focus on because that was the only choice they had. Whereas,
so shout out to Lamar Ball too.
for doing his thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lavelle?
Who?
Daddy Ball.
Daddy
Shout out to
Ball.
Daddy
You talk
Ball.
about Daddy Ball. I know who you talking about.
Shout out to
Okay.
Daddy Ball.
I don't know about what, but I guess y'all.
I mean, because
He stuck with his kids. He
Oh, yeah.
It's just
I mean he
shout
got
out, not just him, but shout out
Yeah.
to the fathers
The
that
fathers
really
that-
stuck
that-
around
you know
and
what I'm
fought
saying?
through,
Of
regardless.
course.
And even the fathers that had to deal with baby mothers who knew they had the upper hand and they still stuck around.
and they still stuck around.
Right.
Like
I think the problem, like shout out to black people in general. I think the problem is that we have really assimilated to the point to where we feel like we don't need each other.
Right. That's the problem.
That's the issue.
That's the problem.
Like, y'all know how I be on this black shit all the time, man. Like, yo, I need my black people more than anything.
Right.
Because without y'all, I'm nothing.
To me-
Anytime you see me anywhere, man, like I represent us. I try to at least.
Right.
to me, if everybody got it out the mud, generational wealth don't exist. Because that's everybody's thing. Nobody was helped to get nothing.
Right.
That's not a good thing.
We
though.
the only people who worried about getting it out the mud. People was passing
real.
around
Yeah.
generational
Yeah.
wealth
And
because they great grandfather got it out the mud, and they passing around general wealth. We the only people who fucking we. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
go ahead.
We the only people who cherish and be like Poverty.
Charity.
I was out there. You know what I mean? I was. You know what I mean? You had to get in the trenches. That's us.
Yeah.
Everybody else, when you hear rich people, they be like, "Oh, my grandfather did this, that, during the third. All I had to do was take it over."
Right. A lot of them, I've heard stories. I won't say stories. I've heard white people say, "I can't wait till my grandmama dies so I can get this, and that." It's real.
I only seen it one time in my years of living. My homeboy Brent and his parents, they had 3 children. They bought 3 houses. So when everybody, graduated high school, even if they went off to college, when they came back, they had a home. Nobody ever went back to the house. They all had their own homes. That was the only time I ever seen it.
That's a black family?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How was that achieved though? So when I hear things like that,
the parents set themselves.
Hearing the story.
The parents did what they needed to do to make sure their children didn't have to work as hard as them.
But it's a sacrifice.
Absolutely.
It's on some real shit.
Like to
If
buy
you
3 houses, bro. And
Right,
ain't
that's
nobody,
huge.
because it's a point in time, ain't nobody living in none of them.
Right.
So
on some real.
Who paying for that?
What about if you look at when we start talking about generational wealth? When you look at Irish or Polish or German, when you look at what they had to do criminally in earlier times as immigrants to actually make it, or especially Italians, but to make it, to be able to pass on it was people who went to jail to make sure that the rest of their family was going to be set up straight.
Yeah, say, hey, man, take care of my family.
Right.
We don't got that type of commitment.
Nah.
We don't have it.
Nope.
And it's not,
And then before anybody get on here and talk about Chance is out there. You just gotta do something, like you said, sacrifice. You might have to do something that you ain't planning on doing.
And you know what we sacrifice for? We sacrifice for short-term goals and enjoyment. Because cats will go out and they'll be the richest cat in the hood for 8 months, and they go to jail for the rest of their life, and and the government sees everything they had. Mm-hmm. That's a fact, and it's a mentality.
That's all that's promoted. Also,
why would they promote anything else? I don't think the thing that people miss out on is black people are a product.
Right.
We are here since we've got here. We are here to actually either mine resources or to produce profit. So that they are using us the same way they used us during slavery.
Right.
It's just different now because they pay you for it.
Right.
Even though everything that they pay you for it, you got to pay back out in order to live. It's the modern day slavery is a real issue. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, we laugh and we joke, and we recently were in Europe about how much holiday time they have, how much vacation time they have.
Right.
But over here in America, your vacation time is like fucking 3 weeks.
If that.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they trying to figure out how much money they can make off you. Mm-hmm. And that is an issue. It's an issue that y'all can run around here and say this is the greatest country in the world, but we work harder than everybody. That's an assumption, because I'm pretty sure there's some people out here working way harder than America.
Absolutely.
But you listen to like Europeans and how much vacation and stuff they have, and they're like, yeah, come on, why we not got that? Why we don't got that? Why is it that 40 system. Hours of your week has to go really? If you really be honest, it's 50 or 55 hours a year we have to go into living. Why? Come on, man. We ain't living right. Shit is wrong, man.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
Yeah, no, you good.
I can really get into that, but I ain't
all
gonna do
day.
it.
Let's
all day.
T.O.
We way off of that.
Shit happened to T.O.
You about to get into that?
No, that's what we was actually talking about when we started.
I knew that was going to be a quick shout out. That was just going to be
Move it on, man. Move it on.
Shout out to T.O., man. Sorry that you had to deal with the Karen.
Yeah.
I did see that, man. But that's welcome to Black Life.
Right. And it's just so, whatever.
Yeah, keep going, dog. Keep going.
Killer Mike and 2 Chainz, they went to a city council meeting where the city of Atlanta, the mayor, they had a bill up called the nuisance bill. The nuisance bill is going to target any establishment that has 2 violent violations within a year, and they get the word to shut them down if they have 2 violations of violent incidents. And Killer Mike went down and then he voiced his opinion. How y'all feel about that?
One of the most famous fights I've seen at MGM. It wasn't Mike Tyson. It wasn't UFC. It was Tupac.
I knew you was gonna say it.
That's what it was. One of the most in a casino. I've seen people get busted in the head in the casino. Why is it so heavy where black people own shit though? Like that's my thing. Like everywhere in the world, violence happens, especially here in America. We some violent.
Violence people. Is the world's official language.
Absolutely,
people understand violence everywhere.
And a lot of these places, didn't a club get shot up a couple years ago? Mm-hmm. No disrespect to nobody that lost their lives in that in Orlando.
Yeah,
yeah. Didn't the club get shot up? Mm-hmm. Right. Why y'all attacking us so much?
That's the point he was making.
The property that you got owned.
Absolutely.
You already see in Atlanta, the gentrification is multiplying by the second.
But whoa. Let me, before you get into that, Atlanta showed his hand though.
How so?
Because they let them people tear down historical churches to build a football field, a stadium. So they showed that the money, at the end of the day, is all that matter.
Of course, that's in pretty much
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's in any city.
I hear Mike loud. If if everybody that's from here that lives here get wiped out for these big corporations, it's gonna be a bad day. You know what I'm saying? It's big city living though.
And I get that. I side with you on that. I also feel like one of the things that he said that makes sense is this is one of the cities where the entertainers pretty much put so much money into the community and the businesses in order for it to thrive the way that it has grown. Now,
The community as in downtown?
a lot of the
the inner
businesses,
city.
the inner city
I think you
is a
say
lot of
inner city.
businesses. Yeah.
Okay.
And I agree with that.
So say if we cut all of that out, are we gonna just what we was talking about integrity and where we put our money and things of that nature? Are we gonna stop patronizing these businesses? And that's what the city of Atlanta is not looking at,
Right.
because they feel like whatever they do, we still gonna go out there and throw our money at it.
Are they
And-
lying?
No, they not. And that's why we talk and we preach it all the time. Let's spend money with each other. And that's what Mike is talking about. Spend money with each other and don't throw these little laws. These laws, it's little shots that kind of pick us out little by little. Because yes, I seen you'll have a nightclub that was jumping. Now I will say this, black people, I'm tired of y'all getting popular and then y'all start upcharging for dumb shit. Don't charge me to walk into a sports bar when last year it was just I walked in and everything was good, and now I walk in here now you charging me a $2 minimum or a two drink minimum for the table. Don't do that to me. That's
I'm on the fence with that.
we can talk about
Yeah,
it.
well, I'm on the
but
fence with
yeah, I don't like that. So when you go in that and when you roll down that direction, they're still going to spend their money within the city. So at what point do we get to where we have enough knowledge and we got enough entrepreneurs, enough black businesses here where we don't have to spend money with them? So if that happens, are we going to be strong enough or solidified enough to not spend money in these things? And that's what he's trying. That was the point that he was making, was don't make these little laws that could take shots at us and close my business down because somebody got to fighting in the parking lot 2 times. So now you could just come close my business down.
Absolutely.
That's bull. That's
I'm with you.
trash.
I'm with you 100%
I'm with you
on
on
that.
that, Sean.
Absolutely.
So that's why the city of Atlanta, like, y'all know how I feel about it. All this, I ain't no big city dude, so I don't like a lot of the stuff that happen around here. I love the diversity, I do, but when it comes to business, the pretentiousness, the TV shit, it's all fake. I don't like it.
This New Vegas, dog.
It is, and I can't stand it. And that's why it seems like more and more the natives that are here, or even the people, I won't even say just the natives.
No,
just
it's not
people,
just the natives, no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just the
definitely not the
people that
natives.
don't want to deal with bullshit. We move further and further out. And then y'all find a way to come out there and try to take that over too.
You know why? Because they can. Because ultimately, we don't stick together. If we all, let's be
There you
real.
go. You're right.
If all black business moved to Jonesboro, and Jonesboro all of a sudden became this thriving community like Cobb County,
Right.
you know what they're going to come do? They're going to come over there and take that over too.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because it's the money that's generated by it.
Right.
Money.
Yeah.
Right.
It's money. Get money.
They say
Dope
this
boys,
is a big
let's
rich
get
town.
it. No, but for real, like that's where all of this stuff generates around, and it like you right when you say I get everything you're saying. Like I just walked in here last year, and I walked in for free, and now all of a sudden it's $20 to get in to get a table. Okay, I paid the $20 to get in the table, and I don't know what they've done to you as a business
Right.
to make your expenses more, your costs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know that, but all I know is I walked in here a year ago and it was no issue, and now all of a sudden I got to pay to sit down,
Right.
and that's an issue with me.
Right.
But a lot of this stems from us not being involved in our community and understanding what's going on with our black businesses. Because I ain't been here in a year.
Right.
That's the fact. That's a factual thing. I ain't been here in a year. Last time I came here, I had a wonderful time. Now I got new family in town, and I want to take them over here because we had a great time.
Whoa.
But I don't know what it took
For you to maintain.
to
throughout
maintain
that.
your business.
That's a good point.
So I do get it. But I'm with you.
I was
I'm
saying,
with
that's
you.
not moving me.
Yeah, I'm
But that's
with
a good
you.
point.
But
a
I
good
do.
point.
I try to tell myself that I don't because
I feel you
we're
able to
not
look outside of
moving.
the-
Yeah, we're not moving correctly on the level of business to understand what's going on.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's an issue. Like that's our problem. So even like, you know, I be talking this final call thing, and they be talking about how we need to just do our own thing. But even if we do, if they're taxing us twice as much as the land is worth, and we can't sell, like they're still taking our money.
Right.
Because that's what this system is. How do we get their money? You know what I mean?
Redlining. They've been doing it.
For
It
years.
ain't gonna
That's how I
stop.
know.
It ain't gonna stop.
Just
not a
like
new
what
system.
what Equifax just did.
Didn't they mess up some people's scores?
What?
From the month of March, from the second week of March all the way to the first week in April, Equifax sent out wrong credit scores to people that was applying for loans and credit cards.
Yeah.
Disparity of 20 to 25 points. Now, if you in 500, this conversation ain't for you because you wasn't finna get that no way. You wasn't finna get that no way.
You fucked up, B.
You ain't getting that no way.
Sorry for cursing.
You stupid.
650 and up,
Yeah.
this probably affected you and they not saying shit.
Right.
So go back, if you apply for anything in
Yeah,
between
go
March
back.
and April,
Go back.
and check your shit because they had some kind of
Glitch.
glitch to where they messed up people's
They credit.
credit scores.
Yep. So did.
So y'all do yourself a favor. If you apply for anything in between March and April of this year, go back and check it
It
out.
was like 300 billion.
Billion.
It was a crazy.
12%.
It was a
It was
crazy
12%.
number. I said, God damn.
Come on now. They gonna find ways to screw us over some more. So
You okay?
yeah, I'm good.
That
Just had to
sweet
get- yeah,
tea.
get that sweet tea up in there.
Okay, this part of the show has come to. We call this the huh? Explain. Make this make sense to us.
Make it make sense?
Yeah.
That's where we at?
That's what we at this show.
Make it make
listening.
sense.
Chick-fil-A in North Carolina wanted you to work for them, but they wanted to pay you in food.
What's wrong with that? I'm hungry.
No check.
That's a bill that I don't gotta worry about.
This was a Chick-fil-A in North Carolina. I can't even remember the city. It's so small. I don't
Yeah.
even remember the city.
It's Chick-fil-A.
This is. I'm gonna be
I'm just
honest.
saying.
This is my thought
This
process,
is God. This
and I
is
might
God's
be.
all fast food.
I might be off on this one, but
That's
this is
Coney
my
Island.
thought process. It's this small little city. Chick-fil-A is like if you own a Chick-fil-A franchise, most franchises you can just buy and
Into
you
it.
just
Yeah.
and you just let the money
do that
work.
with Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, you have to work there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this
Owner-operator.
owner-operator,
Yeah.
Right.
you have to be there. So I believe this guy was like, well, we got this new drive-through coming through.
pay
I
for
don't
it.
want to pay nobody,
Gotta
so
pay
I
for it.
just give you a couple of meals per hour if you stand out there
Yeah.
and do the. They call it a volunteering program.
5 meals per hour is about $35 an hour, bro.
He worked it for a
5
day.
meals
He worked for a day.
per
Yeah,
hour
they
is
came and shut it down.
$35. That's like that's a $7. Like, you know, that's what you about what you gonna. That's $35 an hour.
But you want to pay you in waffle fries and
In Sunjoys.
I tell you what, I ain't gotta worry about where my next turd coming from.
You gotta worry about everything else though.
Everything else might be fucked up, but I know where my next turd coming from.
You know what I'm saying?
they shut it down quick.
Yeah,
though.
they shut that
They
shit
shut it down quick.
Yeah.
But what the hell is this world coming to? Like, how's this stuff making it this far?
You know why?
That's franchise on, bro.
You know why? No, I'm gonna give it all the way a buck.
What you got?
Cause y'all not unionizing the United.
This ain't gotta do it. This everybody.
No, it don't.
Everybody. Everybody.
No, but no, on the real, like I say that I guess it's jokingly, but I say that for real. People don't have a say in what happens. They feel like federal law protects them. And at the end of the day, federal law has protections, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to protect you from the things that are happening to you by your employer. My opinion.
I'm with that.
My
Yeah.
opinion.
I'm with that.
I can't fight that one.
Yeah. That's.
I try to
what
fight
this is.
unionized stuff, but I can't fight.
Yeah, that and I know y'all do, and I not y'all, but Sean, I know, like we've had conversation, but that's what this is. That's where we are.
Yeah.
People try to pay them people in food, dog.
I'm thinking like, did he go and see like some bums and was like, let me try to get him a job with food?
Just imagine how high you got to be. You,
Yeah. Speaking
yo,
of speak,
yo, you know, it'd be some fly shit.
yo, pay these motherfuckers in food.
Yo, these cats are probably. Yo, we just see them in food,
God.
and that's what happened.
Foolishness, man.
That's how that happened.
And this goes in our is that right
For real,
portion of the show.
though. For real, though.
Say word.
Yeah.
Say what?
Yeah. Our say word portion of the
word.
show.
Another one.
Yo, you know what? Instead of money, I'm gonna pay y'all in waffle fries.
See what I'm saying?
And you look, say word.
Get a bonus, you get a
I
sunshine.
love waffle fries.
Did y'all see the video
I know they said this.
of the man who paid, he said up to 5 G's to bring young lady out to wherever he was, and she didn't give him none. So he put
Now
her
we
out.
had this conversation on here before.
So
We
he put her
bad.
out.
But it's out here. These young folks ain't built like us, first off.
He ain't seen that young.
Nah, he about in his late 20s, early 30s.
Nah, that motherfucker about 44, 45.
You think?
He
Nah.
had the pinky ring on.
In order
He
to
had
pay
a
for some
challenger
chick,
though, man.
absolutely. I'm with you. He over for it.
Yeah, he over 40.
Really?
Yeah, he over 40. He 38, 39, 40.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well,
That nigga heard the hunger room when Sean was saying, hey, if I pay for you to go somewhere, I'm getting those drugs.
I'm getting a drug.
I stand on that.
Was he wrong?
Yeah, he was wrong. He was
Shoot.
wrong. You
Why?
good. He was wrong because, first off, me being the person that I am,
Okay.
this stuff is already communicated before you come out here.
Okay.
He was saying how he spent this money. He been on
5
Instagram
Gs.
and all of this. And he bought her out there. He said they was
did.
flirting.
You know, talking
thinking
that
she
shit.
Was, yeah, thinking she was going to do this and
Right.
do that. For me, man, if it ain't understood, don't even waste your time.
Don't even bring out.
Don't come out here.
He said he flew out Delta too.
Yeah, because she ain't want to do
Because
spirit.
she didn't want to do Spirit.
Yeah,
He
no.
put
So
on
she
Delta
called it
last,
shots.
last minute, 700.
Then he talk about the dinner. You say you hungry?
Yeah.
Now we got crab legs,
You know what I'm
steak,
saying?
and this and that. You the sucker. You the one fell for the game. That's part of the game now.
So if I pay that type of money, what y'all saying is she gotta give me some draws.
If you pay that kind of money, you stupid if you ain't already had that laid
that's
up,
not-
ready to
I'm
go.
not letting you dip around
You
this.
say he did that?
Yeah. That nigga tried to hit you with a matrix. Y'all see that?
Euro step.
That motherfucker
No.
went side to
I'm
side.
asking. Colin Park,
I'm listening.
if you pay $5,000 for a young lady
Here we go.
to come to ATL shop, do the draws come with that?
It's hard for me to answer that
No, it's
because
not.
I
That's a
wouldn't.
yes or no
I
question.
wouldn't do that.
No, that's a yes or no
I
question.
wouldn't do it.
Yeah, that is kind of yes or no.
That's a yes
How's
or no.
that yes?
That's
I
a yes or
can't
no.
because I couldn't do it.
You could.
You could.
Okay.
You.
No, I couldn't. Do
But I can and I will though. I'm trying to chill, yo.
Shut up.
This situation looking kind of
it.
ill, bro.
Okay, look.
What you gonna do, bro?
I'm gonna answer the question.
He about to fuck this
No, I'm not. I'm gonna answer the
Yeah,
question.
he about to say some straight bullshit. He about to say
The way you
straight
asked
bullshit.
it. This ain't me personally.
Okay.
No, it's got to be. Because I'm
No.
asking Colin Pop.
Because I wouldn't do it. That's the
You
point.
would.
That no.
Just,
Yeah, he will.
answer his Collie Park.
Yes, you obligated.
Damn, he said he was obligated.
You obligated. You are.
I'm gonna be honest.
5 G's.
I'm not paying $5,000
I just said
for
that.
nobody to
Hold
come
on.
see me.
But what if you
But
That
you
I
just
don't
asked me
think that
that.
I'm gonna get some cheeks.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But what if you do? Like
And
you
she
asked.
said,
Like you asked me.
"Oh, I'm okay with him canceling. I'm okay with
Yeah.
that.
Is that,
I'm
is
okay
it,
with
like
that.
I think that's fair.
My loss is my loss, but guess what?
You ain't getting home.
Find your own way home.
And I'm not broadcasting it either because I'm going to be looking like the one like, dude.
no, yeah,
really?
you definitely a sucker for it.
Right, because
Yeah.
my game tighter than that.
Yeah.
I'm going to know that before we get in here.
Here goes Sammy Davis.
I'm just saying. 5
My game
G's.
tighter.
You know what?
5
For
G's.
once, I'm with you on this one.
5 G's.
That's a lot of
Come
bread.
on,
That's a lot of bread. He did
Yeah,
have a
he
lot
had
of
the little-
forearms.
I'm gonna pay who
So he
for
might be
what?
a little
And I ain't getting no what? Nah.
He might be a little hefty. He had a
Right.
lot of forearms too. He might be a little hefty guy.
I'm hefty.
No. He's
No, I'm fat.
No, you like
No, I'm fat.
You like-
Let me tell you something. I'm fat.
you like huskies. He's
let me
like
tell you- let me
he's
tell you
like
something.
big and tall.
So that's fine. That's fine. Ain't no way. I'm $5 grand.
5
Let me
G's.
tell you something. If I paid $250 for you to come here, I already know I'm smashing.
Yeah, buddy pass. Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah,
First off, if I flew you anywhere, it's going down.
yeah. I'm coming out the shower. Naked.
It's going down.
I'm coming out the shower ass naked.
It's going down.
What we doing?
Let's see what
This
the
ain't no
world-
free chip over here.
Yeah,
Nah.
That's
And
a
I
lot.
know that sounds terrible.
That's a lot of bread.
Soundproof Hunger Room. I apologize if you look at me different.
I ain't
But
apologize.
listen,
Not for that.
that's not how we rock over here.
And I was one that said you take somebody out of town, you ain't gotta expect nothing. 5G.
No, you don't. You don't have to expect nothing.
That's
But
a
y'all,
lie.
you know,
That's
if we
a lie.
going out of town,
that could end up
we about
very
to-
bad for you. Be honest.
Right.
know,
If
Some
I'm,
dudes love money than they love anything.
right.
else.
Right.
Fine.
And like you said, going out of town together, I got the opportunity to work my way up on that thing.
Little
Now, if I
razzle
fly
dazzle.
you to my city
Right.
to hang
To
out,
ATL.
come on.
You need something.
You coming up off that thing.
You need to come over to the thing
Oh, you going to be by yourself
at the bus station.
at the bus stop. Ubering. And you
What
ain't
if she ain't got
Ubering
no
from
money
me.
to make it back?
You ain't Ubering from where we at. You going to have to find somewhere else. Let me help you pack.
Yeah, what he said. He was
Keep
like, "Yo,
trying.
get this shit." Look. He said, "I got another one coming through. That's another 5Gs."
I mean, that's what y'all do nowadays.
That's
Y'all
what-
know
yeah,
y'all
that's-
ain't got no G.
Yeah, that's real.
You know y'all young boys ain't got no G, man. Y'all don't do.
Okay.
I got the hiccups. I can't even talk
There's
crazy.
something-
Y'all can't do it like the old folks, huh?
The last one, the state of Georgia. Yeah, in the state of Georgia, you can get $3 grand if you expecting a kid. Is that what?
The embryo.
Yeah, the
Embryo.
embryos. Yeah, you can get 3
It's
G's
a tax write-off.
On the tax
Yeah.
write-off. So you can claim an embryo on your
on your
taxes
tax
now.
write-off. Yeah,
So chicks gonna be pregnant every tax year.
you know what I'm saying?
What happens if she gets an abortion?
Now, you have to figure that out.
Oh, is
with
that
the
illegal?
government.
Is it? I don't know what the stages of the pregnancy. And
Yeah, I just
time.
seen 3 G's. I was like, damn.
I ain't got nothing to say on that.
Good luck, man.
I ain't got nothing.
But
to
Uncle
say.
Sam don't play, and he will freeze every account your name is on.
That's real.
Yeah, they come get that money.
They don't play.
I'm gonna
That's
hit
all I got
y'all.
on that.
I'm gonna hit y'all with something. We gonna ride out to this one.
What you got, bro?
The Jetsons. We're talking about the future on their show, right?
Mhm.
And it wasn't no black people.
Shout out to my boy Xavier,
yeah,
man.
so-
Xavier, man. X Watson, Xavier Watson, man. Much love.
It's like, how you
Ain't no
doing,
black
man?
people on the
You know,
Jetsons.
No black people on time. And he's not even in the future.
So in the future, you worthless.
I'm just saying.
It's a cartoon.
I mean, y'all, every time something happen, the Simpsons come up. I seen the monkeypox shit on, you know what I'm saying? So,
That stuff is scary. The way the Simpsons.
I'm just trying to tell you. The
Simpsons be scary.
Government trying to tell you. They was telling you. At
The
all.
Jetsons, that was before they was predicting.
I'm just.
And I got a little something on the Jetsons. Like, if you look, I ain't gonna talk about it.
What about
they
this-
talked about the ages, and
I'm just saying.
it was like statutory. George was, his wife was a little underage when they got married. They had kids.
I can see that.
Yeah, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that.
I got something to say.
Go ahead.
Real quick. Anybody looking to go to Europe during August, July and August, please understand you could get stuck over there. And them people treat us like they treat us here too, just so y'all know. I just came back from Greece. And if I don't never even fly over Greece again, I'll be okay.
Ooh.
I'm gonna just be honest. Them people did not treat me well, in my opinion. That's all I got to say about that. Rude intellect, man. We here.
Yo, a lot of people I know, the people that I know lost somebody dear to them this week. I also been dealing with a lot of turmoil as far as within my family. Check on your people.
Yep.
Make sure they good, man, because they might not look like they need you, but they might need you.
Big facts.
I got to piggyback on that. I want to shout out to Kenny Gordon.
Oh,
one of our
absolutely.
guests.
Yeah.
She just got home. She had a stroke.
She had a stroke.
She was in the hospital 3 weeks.
Damn.
She just got home. She's on the mend. If you know her, she's been on the show a couple of times. Good people. Send her your prayers, your thoughts, all that good stuff. But she's at home. She's doing good. And like I said, what 18th was just saying, man, check on your people. Even the good people, we go down sometimes. Well,
Right.
I can't say we. I'm just the average guy. I just push buttons. But sometimes we go down. Check on us too. Check on us too.
Yo, man, enjoy the rest of y'all day, man.
We love y'all, man.
We out.
We out.